Okay, so here we took an example of 2x4 decoder where we have seen that we have 2 inputs and 4 outputs. And according to the inputs, your one of the output will be high. So the combination of the definite combination of input excites one of the output. That is the decoder. Correct. So now we will see the few type of decoder. Okay, this is 2x4 decoder. Correct. So now this is the basic decoder, the first decoder in the digital electronics. You may have 3x8 decoder, 4x16 decoder, 5x32 decoder. And the higher decoder can be obtained or implemented using the lower order decoder. Correct. So now we'll see how can we implement this 4x16 decoder using 2x4 decoder, or 3x8 decoder using 2x4 decoder. We'll see in this lecture. Before that, in your syllabus, in your curriculum, you have 2 or 3 decoder they are specified. So I want to be synchronized with the syllabus, because otherwise we will be having the problem in taking the quizzes. So first today we'll see the binary to gray decoder. This is actually a code converter. So how do you design a binary to gray decoder? That is the problem. So you know that how to convert a gray code. If you have 2-bit binary number, let's suppose this is my X and Y given in binary. So what will be the gray output of this? What will be the gray output of this? So do you remember how to convert this binary number in the gray code? XOR, where we should apply the XOR? Okay, so the rule is that if you have n number of binary input, let's suppose I'm taking an example here. This is the binary numbers. This represents the binary number, and you want to convert this in gray code. So what will you do? You will take this MSB bit, this is binary, and this is gray. So MSB bit will be as it is. You will write MSB bit will be as it is, and you will take XOR operation between this 2 bit, the bit you are considering and the next bit. So the XOR between these two will be the next bit in the gray code. Okay, so here you will have 0 and 1. The XOR operation will be 1. Then again you will see these 2 bits, an XOR operation, 0 and 1. Again the output will be here, the gray code, next bit in the gray code will be 1. Here again this will be 1. XOR between 1 and 0 will be 1, and XOR between this 0 and 0 will be 0. Correct? So this is the way you convert binary number into gray number. Now here we want to convert this 2-digit or 2-bit binary number into this 2-bit gray code. So I will have this 0 0, then 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1. So I will write this MSB bit LSB as it is, and then I will perform a XOR operation between these two, and that will be 1. Here I will write this MSB bit as it is, and then I will perform XOR operation between these 2 bits. That will be 1. Here 1 will be as it is, and XOR operation between these two will be 0. And this is the way you write in the KMAP also. KMAP, do you remember this type of structure you encounter when you write a KMAP of 3 variable? So you will have 8 cells. So what is the entity in this? 0 0, 0 1, 1 1, and 1 0. Isn't it? So this is written in the form of gray code. And what is the importance or what is the beauty of this gray code? This gray code differs only by 1 bit. Whenever you exceed or whenever you see the successive representation in gray code, that will differ by only 1 bit. Here this bit is changing. Here this is same, LSB is same, while this MSB has changed. Here MSB similar and the LSB has changed. That's why whenever you move from one cell to another cell anywhere in this K-map, you will be shifting only one cell. Oh, sorry, 1 bit. That's why we use this gray code. So this is a simple way. Also, if someone says that generate 3-bit binary number to gray code, so you will perform or you can use this method. There is another method. You can use. You can do one thing here. You can just reflect this code here. You can take mirror image. So what will be the mirror image? Let me rough this and then I will continue it. Okay, let's first solve this. X, Y, and Z. We have 3-bit binary number and we want to obtain gray code for this. So gray code, I will write ABC here. So 3-bit, you will have 8 combination. So now the gray code 0, 0, 0, and for this 0, 0, 1, this will be what? 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and here 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. This will be the representation of 3-bit binary number to gray code. So you see the pattern. This was the 2-bit representation of gray code. You have here this. And is there anything missing? Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Okay, 5 rows. So this is the pattern. If I draw a line here, so this block is the mirror image of the previous one. You have this block for the 2-bit representation of gray code, and below this line you have another block which is the mirror image, exactly mirror image of the upper one, isn't it? So whenever you want to represent the gray code in a higher order, here you have 2-bit representation, here you have 3-bit representation. So what you will do, you will take the 2-bit code and put 0, 0, 0 upper the line and below 1, 1, 1. So this will become the gray code of 3-bit. And if you want now the 4-bit gray code, then what will you do? You will take whole this as a block and you will do mirror image and you put 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. There will be 8 entities, right? And here below this line, there will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 8 times. So this will become the gray code of 4-bit. And this property of gray code says that this gray code is self-reflecting code. What do you call it? Self-reflecting code. So gray code are self-reflecting code. And why we call this self-reflecting code? Because of this property, because they have the mirror image property, and we can represent the higher order code with the help of this taking the mirror image. Correct. So now what we are intended to here, we want to represent binary number to gray code, and we want to design a decoder that can take the input as binary and output that produces as gray code. Correct. So how many inputs you should have? whatever number the given means whatever the gray code you want to obtain. Correct. So here the input and output will be same. So binary to gray decoder. So whatever the number inside this input lines, whatever the number of lines of input will be the same as the number of the output. Correct. So now write the KMF for this A and B. I will do it for the 3 variables. So now we will write the KMF for A. So this is your A and BC. Here this is BC. 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0. A is high for these 4 combinations. Correct. And if you can see here, A is high when X is high. There is a direct relation between A and X, regardless the value of Y and Z. So you can directly write A is X, or we can see this using this KMap also. So here all this will be 1, and if you make a group, the largest group, this will be the group, correct, and A will be X. Now write the KMap for B. So B is high for this minterm 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. B is high for minterm 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is 0 minterm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it is high for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you make the groups, largest possible group. So this will be the 2 groups to cover all the high, all the ones. So here it will be what? The prime implicant, this prime implicant will be A, B, and this will be what? A bar B, and this will be A, B bar. Correct. And this shows the XOR operation between A and B. Correct. So your B will be what? A bar B plus A B bar. And I can write also A XOR B. And similarly, if you do for C, you will encounter this. C will be the XOR operation between not A B, it will be X Y. C will be the XOR between X, Y, and Z. So now you have all this Boolean function for Boolean simplification function for the A, B, and C. So you can design the decoder. So how will it look like? So you have this input variable A, B, and C, and now you need only 2 XOR gates. A will be your directly X, Y, and Z. So the output in gray, we have defined the variable A. So X will be directly A, and this B will be the XOR between X and Y. and C will be the XOR of Y and Z. So this represents the binary to gray decoder. If question comes that implement this binary to gray decoder using 3x8 decoder, so what will you do? You know that decoder implement or decoder generate the min terms, correct? And you have obtained the result in terms of what? Min terms. These are min terms. Yes. So what you need only OR gate, 3 OR gate, and then you will connect all the respective or corresponding outputs of this decoder, 3x8 decoder, to that OR gate, and you will implement. So you will need one 3x8 decoder and 3 OR gates to implement binary to gray representation for 3 bits, isn't it? Okay. So should I rough this now? Actually, there is no direct definition that if the combination is 2n and 2 power n, if input at the input you have n combination, and at the output you should have 2 is to power n combination. There is no direct definition for the decoder we should use. But decoder, actually this is not the decoder, this is code converter. But generally decoder is a generic term when we are decoding something. We are converting binary to gray. So we call this as a decoder. No. Encoder we cannot call. We cannot call this as an encoder, because for encoder should be like this. Encoder compress the data, encodes the data. In encoder you have larger number of inputs than the outputs. So encoder will be compressing or minimizing the data, but here we are not minimizing the data, we are converting or coding something. So this will be only the decoder. You should remember, always people confuse in this encoder and decoder. Encoder will have the large number of inputs than outputs, correct? Okay, now we'll move to the next decoder. That is BCD to decimal decoder. हाँ. No, that's why I'm calling that binary to gray. That I didn't write that here, that binary to gray decoder. I did not write that. That's why I'm calling that circuit as a binary to gray converter. That is a converter. But if you want to implement that binary to gray code, so you can implement this using 3x8 decoder. 3x8 decoder, you are correct that for the definite combination of input, the particular LED will glow for a particular output, and you can connect that LED or that output of the decoder into the input of the OR gate to generate gray codes. Correct. So actually, what is the problem in your syllabus? They have written binary to gray decoder. That is a problem actually. That I think that is the mistake. It should be binary to gray code converter. Here you have binary code and you are converting it into the gray code. So this is the binary to gray code converter. But the decoder, when it comes into the picture, you are correct that there is some should be like this. If input are n, so the output will be 2 to the power n. Because all the available ICs, they are in this form. You will have either 2x4 decoder, 4x16, 3x8, 5x32, like this. Correct. So these was the code converter, but also this is called as a decoder. In general term, this is a decoder because it is decoding something. Correct. So now we'll move to the BCD to decimal. So here, how many inputs you should need? BCD numbers are defined for the 4 variables. So 4 input, and the output will be 10. Correct. This will be your and here you have this is D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, and D9. Correct. So you can write the truth table for this. BCD, you have BCD numbers at the input, and they are A, B, C, D. So there will be 16 combination, but we will be interested only in the 10 combinations, 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, 0, 1. All the way till 1, 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0, 0, 1. So this represents 0, 1, okay, 1, 2, and 8 and 9 in the decimal. And here you have outputs. So you have 10 outputs. D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, and D9. So when the BCD input is 0, 0, 0, 0, and this is the decoder, this is converting the input into the decimal part. So this D0 will be high for the input combination 0, 0, 0, 0. And rest all will be 0, 0, 0, and 0. And this way you can fill this table. There will be no problem. It is easy. For all these combinations, for 8 will be high and this will be 0. And for 9, 1, 0, 0, 1, this will be high and all this will be 0. So what you need to do here, you need to write a K-map, or you need to solve this D0 for these combinations. So we will write 10 K-map and you will be obtaining this combination for this. But it is very easy because all these are 0 except this D0 at this position for this combination. So you will be having only one high cell in the 16 cell of K-map, isn't it? So I will write it for D0. So this will be high for 0, 0, and 0, 0, and rest all will be 0. So how will you write for this? You can make only one prime implicant here. This is the prime implicant. There is no other way to group this. So the Boolean function for this D0 will be what? A bar, B bar, C bar, and D bar. This is the way. So you can simplify all this, and this is the what? This Boolean function will require one AND gate along with 4 NOT gate. Correct? So in this way, you can generate all this combination. But what happened when the question says that implement or obtain BCD to decimal decoder considering the unused combination of the inputs of BCD. And here we have from 10 to 15 that are unused combination of this 4 input. So we will consider, if we will consider this as a don't care, so the implementation of D0 to D9 will change definitely, because what happened, whenever you are fulfilling this K-map, so from 10 to 15, this will become what? Don't care. So 10 to 15, this is 0 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 10 to 15. This one, all this will be don't care stages. Correct? So now I will simplify and I will show you how can you obtain the minimized Boolean function for each of this using only one K-map. So can I write, because each and every output D0 and D1, D2 till D9 have only one high bit. So I can write here D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, and D7, D8, and this is D9. So now I want to group this D0. Let's suppose this is high. We are solving for D0 only. So this will be high, this cell will be high, and rest all this from D1 to D9 will be 0. And this will be remaining same as a don't care steps. So whenever you want to group or make a group, largest possible group for D0, there is no other combination than this one. You will have to circle this cell only. But let's suppose I am trying for D9. So what will be the largest possibility that I can make a group here? So I can make group for this cell. So D9 will be reduced. Whenever the question says that consider the don't care condition for the remaining combination of BCD, so this will reduce the Boolean function for D9. Correct? So now if let's suppose you are solving for D2, so this will be 1 and all this D0 to D9 will be 0. This is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So you cannot combine this. Well, you have 1 here, so you can do this type of circle and you can take a prime implicant here for D2. Correct? So this way you will solve it, and it is very, very easy. You just need what? Few NOT gates and AND gate to implement this. So if the question will not indicate about the remaining combination of BCD, then you will have to take each and every bit as high and you will write the min terms. That are min terms actually. But if they says that consider the don't care steps, then this take care about this D9, D8 also will reduce, because D8 will be like this, D7, D, except D0 all will be changed. Correct. Yes, D1 will be also the same as the don't care, without don't care. No, ये तो I have showed this as just a simple way, because each and every output has only one high. That's why we can write like this. A trick hai, yes, it's a trick. Otherwise you need 10 different K-map. If you are not enough smart, then you need 10 K-map. Okay, now we are moving toward the BCD to 7-segment display. Have you ever seen this 7-segment display? So what is this 7-segment display? Have you ever seen?
Sir, calculators, in calculators it is there.
Yes, to represent numbers. Let us suppose what is this? Yes, here you have used, or they have used 4 7-segment display to represent 4 digits. And what are these digits? These are BCD numbers, because BCD have 0 to 9. Also, you can say this is the decimal representation. So now we'll see how can we design a circuit that takes 4 inputs as a BCD number and display it in the form of 7-segment. Here you have 4 inputs. Now I cannot write ABCD because there will be a problem. W, yes, WXYZ. I generally don't prefer W because it is very complicated later. Why? Because W stands for who, why, when, all these complicated questions. Also Wi-Fi. Okay, so no problem. So here you have this 7-segment display. Why we call this 7-segment display? There are 7 segments, and each segment has a predefined name. It is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And according to our application, we want to light up only few segments. Let's suppose I want to represent 2. So which segment should be light up? This segment should glow. So for 2, A, B, G, E, and D, this segment should be lighting up. Correct? So now we want to design that there is a circuitry that takes input as a BCD number, and the output of this is connected to the 7-segment display, which shows the number according to the BCD input. Let's suppose I have 0, 0, 0, 0 at the BCD. So it should be representing 0, 0, 0. It means all the segments except this Z will be glowing. Correct? So now we'll make a truth table for this BCD to 7-segment display. This is your BCD to 7-segment display. So these are the inputs, BCD inputs, and here you have the output of the decoder. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. 7. Correct? So now for 0, 0, 0, what are the combinations? They should be high. Let me write this quickly. and remaining will be the don't care states. Similar way, in the similar way what we have done in the previous question, if the question says that use the don't care, you can use the don't care, otherwise you can leave as it is. You can fill the 0 in place of this mean terms. So from 10 to 15, I suppose these are don't care. So now this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now you quickly reply this for what combination A will be glowing. So for 0, yes. 1, no. For 2, yes. 3, 4, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Please stop me if I make a mistake here, because otherwise the problem will be in the K-map. B will be lighting up for what combination? B, here you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Correct. For C, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. D will be glowing for what combination? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There is no need to write, look at the blackboard and write. You can fill this table by yourself. So for E, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the same way, you can fill F for F and G also. So I will only solve for the first column, that is A. So A is high for this combination 0, 0, and for the minterm 2, 3, 4 it is 0, for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And rest all these 6 columns are cells are don't care. So this way you can populate this K-map. Now you need the groups, largest possible group for all these ones. So here I can make one group like this, and this will be the prime implicant Y, Yes, only Y, because 3 variable will go off. And for this and this, I can make the largest possible combination, or the circle or group will be this. This is my second group. And for this, we have only W. And we have remaining with this 2. So I can make one group like this. So this will be X bar, Z bar. And here we can make, using these 4 cells. So again you have X, Z, correct. So for A, how can I simplify A? A will be X bar Z plus X bar Z bar, XZ plus W and Y. So, and I think this is the NOR implementation. Whatever it is, you can design circuit for this A. In the similar way, you can obtain the equation for B, C, D, E, and F. So that is the homework for you. You will do it. So we will cover only a small topic now, and then we'll stop this lecture for today. So should I rough it? So till now you have seen that if there is a 2x4 decoder, the decoder, 2x4 decoder, you have these 2 inputs with 4 outputs. This is 2x4 decoder. But when you design a system in the digital electronics, so for all time you don't need this IC to work. Sometimes you want that if this IC should be not working for some combination or for other combination, it should be working. So for that, each and every chip has another input that is called enable. Okay, and there are 2 types of ICs comes in the market with active low and active high. And what is this active high and low? So this is the input with active high. When this enable input is equal to 1, this IC will perform its job. So for the active high cases, you will find a enable input along with your IC, and the representation is like this. This will be on for 1. If E is 0, so this IC will not be working. This decoder will not be working. And for active low cases, they put there a bubble sign. So this IC will be on for low. Means if this at this input of this IC, if you connect 0, then only this IC will be working. So there are 2 types of enable input in every ICs, that is active low and active high. So earlier we saw that the truth table for the decoder is like this. We have this 2 input and 4 outputs. So Y0 was what? Y0 was I bar, I0 bar and I1 bar, isn't it? But when this E comes into the picture, enable input comes into the picture, this E should be high always. So we need another truth table for this output. So I have I0, I1 here, and Y0, Y1, Y2, and Y3. So when E is 0, I'm talking about only this active high cases for this. So when E is 0, this will be don't care. This will not be working. Correct? And to operate this IC, this E should be high for all the cases. And when you have a 0, 0 at your input, so Y0 will be on and rest will be off. For 0, 1, Y0 will be 0 and this will be on. What? They will be 0. They should not be high. Yes, they should be 0. Correct. Otherwise there will be confusion which is high and what the input was. So they should be 0. Now you can write the Boolean function for this. So Y0 will be now what? Y0 will be I0 bar, I1 bar into E. Correct? Now Y1 will be what? I0 bar or I0 bar and I1 into E. Similarly, you can write for Y2 and Y3. And inside this IC, how will place this enable input? So you have here this I0. There is connected to a NOT gate. You have one I1 input, second input of this IC. And here you have one AND gate, 4 AND gates for each output. So for Y0, you should have I0 bar and I1 bar. So this will be connected to and there will be an enable input here, E, that should be connected to each AND gate to operate this. Now Y1 will be what? And this will be so this is the complete circuit inside the IC of 2x4 decoder. So here you have 2 inputs, one enable input to operate this IC and 4 outputs. And this plays very important role when you see the decoder tree. We'll see in the next lecture. Okay, so for today we'll stop this lecture here.